Hello folks, and welcome to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. So, thank you Aavak for once again making a game seem so freaking awesome and exciting that I just had to give it a go. And yeah, before we even get started, I've downloaded a few Creative Commons free music tracks for to work as a soundtrack for this game. You can see down here the bottom names and track for both track and artist. So yeah, feel free to check all those guys out. I will also put a link to the description of all these videos for the site where I got the music, so in case you get interested. But that is something that I had to do because this is a roguelike, and as such it doesn't have a soundtrack of its own, and it also doesn't have smashing kick-ass graphics either. It is ASCII graphics. So for anyone who might not be familiar with what that means, you will see soon enough. However, I urge you to follow through a bit longer and don't be put out by the simplistic outlook of this. This is actually a deep and very engaging game, as are pretty much all decent roguelikes. So, without further ado, let's start a new game. I have an old character I have played around a bit with, but for the purposes of this series, I will be making a new one, and hopefully he'll survive for as long as possible. So let's do a custom character. Now, first of all, we need to assign him some stat points: strength, dexterity, intelligence, and perception. 8 is like the average, I'm assuming, like average person, not particularly strong, dexterous, intelligent, or perceptive, but also not lacking in any of those departments either. So, I am kind of debating myself whether or not I would like to make this first character as someone who is more likely to survive or not. Rather, shall I go the same route as I have with the one I've played before, because that seemed to work really well. And I think I may do just that. I'll bump up all our both strength, dexterity, and intelligence, all of those by 2. And we are slightly better than average on all those fronts. Our dexterity isn't anything to write home about, but also we aren't like amazing wooden-eyed boy either. Next we go to traits, and here we have what I always as a role player love to choose, with the disadvantages, stuff that we are definitely not good at. We can have a huge variety of different effects, and I'm going to start with Blastjaw. That makes our head have less HP than it would normally have, so damage to our head is kinda bad, or worse than it would otherwise be. Then I will have lightweight, meaning that I can't really handle my alcohol or drugs. This was worth 3 points, this is worth 1 point, and we are capped at 12 negative points that we can take. And every point we take gives us points that we can take on the advantages side, positive traits, and also later on skills. those same points carry over. So, what else? Let's also take nearsighted, so we need eyeglasses in order to see further than just a couple of feet in front of us. And we start with a pair of eyeglasses, so it's not that bad. Next, I think now this might be kind of a cop-out, because I haven't thus far seen any NPCs or pretty much anyone who would get affected by this. So actually tell you what, I won't take either ugly or truth teller. What would suit this kind of person? He isn't really a nerdy type, considering he's kind of buff and actually kind of also manually dexterous. So let's go with heavy sleeper. We don't wake easily. That is kind of a bad thing in this game setting. I know I haven't talked much about that, but bear with me, I will get there. Forgetful. Skills erode a tiny bit faster. Addictive personality. Let's go with this. So works together with our lightweight, that if we imbibe some too much alcohol or eat some food that's gone bad, we will be throwing up a lot more easily. And let's also have wool allergy, so we can't wear woolen clothes. So 3 more points. Can I find something worth 3 points in here? Let's not take addictive personality. Definitely not meat intolerance. Let's go with bad back. We can't carry much in the form of weight. Okay, so that's 12 extra points. We are nearsighted, we are heavy sleeper, we have bad back, our jaw is made of glass, we are lightweight, weak stomach and wool allergy. Lots of bad traits. Now, let's balance it out with some good ones. First of all, we are martial arts masters. Well, not masters, but we've had some martial arts training. Yes, even though our head is made of glass, we have had to deal with it when training for some martial arts. I'd love to take this, but whether or not this is in any way useful depends wholly on luck, so you know what, let's grab it, why not? And then we will finally take Optimist. Nothing gets you down, your morale will generally be higher than average. Should we? No, let's actually be quick. We get 10% bonus to action points, so we are just generally better at well, acting, doing stuff, performing actions. I'd love to take lab technician as well. I don't think that's particularly beneficial. Oh, you know what, let's just be unemployed. And here we take 1 point in all dodge, melee and unarmed combat. And this means that we are at start we are decent with using our hands as weapons. We won't be dying immediately. And then the final point. Again, just to make sure that we survive and can actually heal ourselves should we take massive amounts of damage. Let's take one set of points in first aid. Finally, we need a name. Now, I've used my favorite name already, unfortunately. So, we need to go with something else. This is always hard for me. Brandon Walsh. And here is the thing. Our dear Mr. Brandon has not just suffered through a cataclysmic event as of everyone else on planet Earth, or at least in the anywhere in the near vicinity where we have any chance of getting to, and it has left the entire world basically a wasteland. Zombies roam in all the cities and towns. There are giant mutants roaming about, like man-sized ants and giant wasps, and forests can come alive and try and eat you, and every single kind of horrible, nightmarish thing that you can imagine is something that you can actually run across as you leave your house. Now, we are one of the lucky ones. We got to an emergency shelter when things really got tough and got horrible. However, we are alone there. No one else made it, and we are basically out of supplies, and we need to pick ourselves up and venture outside and try to survive in this new world. Make our way in it. We are finished. Now we can choose from 5 different types of martial arts. I'll quickly go through them. Karate, mostly rapid attacks and using your hands, gives us a bit of extra bashing damage and some skills. Rapid attacks when our unarmed skill is above 0, so always, and ability to block if our unarmed skill is 2. And finally precision attacks when our skill is 4. And whenever we hit, we get an extra dodge and 2 extra blocks for the next round. We aren't going to be using that. Second is judo. That doesn't give us any bonus damage. It gives us grab, throw and defensive throw on unarmed skills 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Judo focuses on grabs and throws, as you can see from the skills. It doesn't really excel at dealing damage, and I don't think it's particularly effective in the world we currently inhabit. It might be if we had to take down some living people in hand-to-hand combat, but as we will mostly be dealing with monsters. Not really that useful, we won't be going with that. Aikido. Again, doesn't give us any bonus damage. The skills we can get are Feint, Defensive Throw, Disarm, and Defensive Disarm. The first two at skill level 2, and then Disarm at skill level 3, and Defensive Disarm at 4. The problem I have with Aikido is, while minimizing injury to the attacker, damage done while using this technique is halved, but pain inflicted is doubled. In real world, this is a good thing. In this world that we inhabit now, where there are zombies who don't feel pain, the fact that we do stuff the painful way and not damaging isn't a boon, so we won't be using that. Next, we have Tai Chi. Doesn't give us any bashing damage bonus, does give us abilities Block, Defense Disarm, and Precision Attack at skill levels 1, 3, and 4 respectively. And Tai Chi is more than just the meditative, slow-paced flexing and stuff that you can see people performing as their morning exercise. It is a legitimate martial art. Now, were we particularly perceptive, this would kind of give us an edge in that whenever we block, we would not suffer any damage, or suffer less damage to the limb which did the blocking. However, we want to be able to not only prevent his from coming in, but also to deal damage. So we won't be going with this. And finally, we have Taekwondo. This gives us +2 bashing damage, and skills, block and leg block at levels 2 and 3. On level 4, precision attack and knockback attack, and finally sweep attack at skill level 5. And it is the national sport of Korea and used by the South Korean army. Focuses on kicks and punches, and includes strength training. Your blocks absorb extra damage the stronger you are. We are going with this. This will allow us to deal damage, block with both our hands and later on with our feet when we get skill increases. And yeah, since we are a bit stronger, we can actually block more damage using this particular martial art. So that is what we are going with. And here we are. This is the Aavak shelter, which we start our game from. And yeah, this is what I meant when I said the graphics were kind of basic. This is ASCII graphics. Everything is done with ASCII symbols and color coding them. Those yellow squares at the center, those are staircases. These are benches, just to the left of our dude, and our dude actually is this @ symbol, and at the center of our screen. I don't know if my mouse pointer can be seen. Here is us, here is the staircase, these are doors, these are windows, those are lockers, benches, windows again, countertop, and this grayed out area we can't see clearly. And through the windows we can see the world outside. There is a road. You can see because it's grey, and here's the center line of the road, marked in yellow. Here are some trees and bushes, and there is a mushroom. And here at the top is a computer console. If you can see that blue number 6. Here we have our condition of our limbs, like right leg, left arm, torso, and head. And if this changes color or these asterisks go down, we've taken damage. I don't know exactly what POW means. Well, we will probably find that out sooner or later. Our current weapon is our martial arts. We can change that to just not use the style, but there is really no point, so we will keep using our martial arts skills. Here we can see our morale indicator. If this turns green and becomes a smile face, we are happy, and if it goes red and turns into a frowny face, then we're sad. And the morale affects your ability to do things in the world. You can't do prolonged crafting of items if you're feeling really down, for example. And your experience gain. Since you need to have experience in order to get better at doing whatever you choose to do. Let's give an example. Here's the crafting menu. So if we want to cook something, let's just cook some meat. That would improve our cooking skill here. And if we have extra experience points, those will be used to improve our percentile value here, and once it reaches 100 we get a tick and our cooking skills go up by 1 point. Now I've turned on an option that makes it so that we can't lose skills that have been gained to a whole point. If we don't use a skill for a long time, this percentile value will be going down. So if we leave it at 90% and then don't do anything relating to that activity for days, it will start going down. I might as well actually explain this character window as well. Here you can see our traits which we've chosen. Here are our stats as well. Our base movement. We get a plus 11% to it because we are quick. So we will be moving at quite a fast pace. I think 100 is around the base value, or normal for humans. And here is encumbrance and warmth. This is kind of crucial. You can see here how this particular body part, if it's encumbered, what its effects are. If we have too much stuff on our torso, it will lower our melee skill, our dodge skill, increase the points it costs to swim a square and do a melee attack. Head doesn't have any effect, it just limits how many items we can pile on top of our head. We can't wear 25 different kinds of headgear, because that would just be silly. Then we have our eyes, so if we have too many things limiting our eyesight, we suffer penalties when using ranged weapons or throwing anything. Covering our mouth makes it harder for us to breathe, which makes running cost more. If our arms become encumbered, again we suffer penalty to the accuracy of using ranged weapons. If our hands are encumbered, reloading weapons costs more, and dexterity gets lowered for the when throwing stuff again. Encumbered legs mean running costs more points, swimming costs more points, and our dodge kill is lowered. And finally, if the feet are encumbered, running costs more. Now you can see here our encumberment on feet is -1. This is what I'm going to explain next. This is our inventory of items worn, our hands. This says weapon, but it's basically what we are carrying on our hands that can be used as a weapon. We also start with pocket knife and matchbook with 20 matches. Now, we can take a closer look at any of these items. Let's take a look at our jeans. Here we can see all the values our pair of jeans that we are currently wearing have. These only affects if we are using our jeans as weapon. So it reduces any kind of bashing damage we could do by 4, so they aren't really good weapons. As you can probably guess. You shouldn't go whacking people with your parrot genes. It covers our leg slot, and its encumberment is 0, and this means this piece of clothing fits you perfectly. It's exactly our size, so it still causes encumberment if we wear multiple pairs of 0 value items on top of each other. But as is, these genes don't make our movement any more awkward. They fit us fine. The genes offer us some cutting protection, no bashing, and no environmental protection. They keep us slightly warmer than we'd be if we were just naked, and storage offered is 2. This game is brilliant in this regard. We are not limited only by the weight we can carry, but also where we can put it. The volume is where we can put stuff, so even though we could carry something weighing like 100 kilograms or 100 pounds, whatever, we have no place to put it, so we'd have to carry it in our hands. And if our hands were full, we couldn't carry it at all, even though our weight limit would be nowhere near full. So we need to find some... the first things that we need to find are, of course, since we are now trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world, we need to find food, water, and preferably something that we can carry said items in. A backpack, a purse, just like sports good bag, military rucksack, anything that we can stuff things in. Trench coat with deep pockets, whatever. And then we need to start ferrying over these items to somewhere where we want to make our base. It may be this Aavak shelter, it may be somewhere else. Let's finish this session by looking at our map. This is us. This is our Aavak shelter. We're surrounded by forest, a couple of roads here, and there is a town. Now this town is most likely overrun with zombies and all kinds of horrible creatures. But this is our best way of gathering the supplies that we need in order to survive. Let's actually check on what this is. Yeah, fungal bloom. So this is going to be interesting if creatures from that start wandering southwestward towards us. Just regular houses here. Hardware store, that is good. Subway station. A couple more houses. Police station. Restaurant. Another subway station, surprisingly close to each other. A parking lot. More houses. Gas station. And 2 pawn shops. So, that is what we have to work with early on. Now, I'm going to cut this video off here, and next time we will head out and begin our exploration and survival trip in this strange new world. Brandon Walsh and I thank you guys for watching, and hope you join us again next time. See you later. Bye for now.